Yeah, I think it's recording. I can see the LED now. My first vlog yesterday was a complete fail because I couldn't tell if it was recording. However, I have to go to the store again, so let me get my stuff together. You know, I was on YouTube earlier, and I noticed a few videos popped up about EDC. I kept seeing it said EDC, and I was like, you know, what is EDC? My glasses. God. So I was like, what does EDC stand for? So after I looked it up a little bit, it's everyday carry. So I didn't know that was a thing now, everyday carry. So I don't know, I guess guys my age I don't look at it that way. I look at it, let me get my shit. So got my keys, got my wallet, got my phone, got my glasses. Now I gotta go to the store. Let's go. Be right back. Be good boys. Be good boy? Alright. Be right back. Bye. Alright, well, we're gonna try this angle. So as I was saying, I was watching some videos and they talk about EDC, everyday carry, you know, the stuff you carry with you, and these guys just had all kinds of stuff in their bags, and they carried this purse across their chest and had all this stuff in there, and I was like, wallet, keys, phone, glasses, let's go. Oh, and I got a knife, carry a knife and a lighter, forgot, carry a knife and a lighter too. So anyhow, I gotta go to the store and get some more stuff for dinner, so take you along with me for the ride. And again, I started following these guys, Luis Hermosillo, Julian, and Chris Meets Chris, and they all talk about the settings on their camera. And I know I'm not using the same camera, I'm actually using a GoPro Hero7 Black. It's just one I've had laying around, and I figured I'll practice vlogging with this first before I invest any money in anything else into the action cameras or the DJI cameras or anything like that. I mean, I've purchased gimbals for my phone, and I had been using my phone for a lot of my previous videos, but again, I got advice from Luis, who said, you know, don't trust, or not trust, but don't chance in breaking my phone, because that's more important information on there than just the camera. So he was right, so that's why I'm trying it on this camera. And I don't know how it's gonna look, but I've tried taking some advice. Let me get out of here, I talk too much. It's like I can't do two things at once. Anyhow, I took some of their advice, and they, you know, as far as the settings go, and changing it to 30 frames per second to 4K, because I think I was just shooting in 1080p, and I had forgotten about those settings. And one of the reasons why I had it on those settings is because I was transferring the SD card to my laptop, and I have an old laptop, so the laptop couldn't even process 4K videos. So 1080 was the highest I can go on the settings, or on the laptop. So I believe that's why I had the settings like that on the GoPro. And now that I can edit from my phone, well, now I can do 4K. So that's what I did, is I have the settings at 4K 30 frames per second. Let's see how it looks. I just have it on the wide mode, because I believe this one has wide and super wide, so I have it on just wide. And as far as video stabilization, I have that on, so I don't have like the rock steady feature. It's just stabilization on and off, or super steady, something like that. I can't remember. Anyhow, that's on, so we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, back to that EDC, that everyday carry. I see these guys carrying these pouches and have all their stuff in there, their gizmos and gadgets, and who knows what else they carry. But I carry just the basic stuff. But now that I'm starting this vlogging journey, or YouTube journey, I had to carry a camera if I want to carry a tripod or whatever else. And I know a lot of, like right now Luis is saying, just grab and go, grab and go, no selfie stick, no anything. But this GoPro, I don't have the case. The case that's on there has the little prongs where you got to put the screw in for the mounting brackets, so it doesn't sit flat unless I buy something that goes on there flat. And like I said, I used to have this mounted on my bike. I mounted on my bike for the most part, so I haven't invested in any other mounts. The reason why I started this again was for a book that I had purchased called My Grandfather's Life, and I had originally purchased it to write in there about my grandfather. And then when I started thinking about it, that's why I was like, I don't know anything about my grandfather, and most of the people I'd ask questions about him, they didn't know anything either, really. So I knew very little about him. So I turned it on me, and I figured, well, shoot, I have grandkids, so I'll fill it out for me as far as my life, for my grandkids to read it. But then, at the moment I have 3 grandchildren, so by the time I leave this place, who knows how many grandchildren I have. So will this book reach all of their hands? Who knows? So that's why I decided to do it on video format on YouTube. That way they'll have access to it whenever they want. And when I first started this YouTube journey, or my grandfather's life, or I should say my YouTube journey, when I wanted to start a YouTube channel, I didn't know what to talk about. I still kind of don't. Even with this vlogging, I don't know what to talk about. I'm just talking. So the book gave me ideas. In the beginning, the first chapter is actually just my childhood, my birth. So describing all that, kind of seems boring. Cause like, oh, okay, yeah, everybody went to school. Everybody colored outside the lines for the most part. Or is that just me? Anyways, I'm just kidding. My grandkids don't know my story, so that's why I'm leaving it there for them. But I'm doing like 2 kind of categories on my channel. One is my grandfather's life, my tata's life, what my grandkids call me, and that's more for them to see. And then my how-tos, is just kind of how I do stuff around the house to help young men, or even just young homeowners when I do repairs around the house. And then I'm doing now this vlogging style, where I can just take you guys along with me whatever I do. If I do something exciting, or I take vacations here and there. Sometimes I like to cook dinner, so I'm always going to the store to buy dinner stuff or whatever supplies I need. If I do home repairs, I go to the store to get the supplies I need for that as well. So that's kind of how I'm going to take this vlogging style. And in my first vlog, I mentioned that my wife works a lot, so she doesn't really see me a whole lot as far as what I do in the evenings, or what I do during the day, throughout the day. She doesn't see what I do. She hears about what I do, but she can watch these videos too and come along with me. So, I was on a video call with her earlier, and she says, the only reason I video call you so much is so we can feel like we're still together. And I tell her, just a few more years. No, I'm just kidding. I make it sound like she's in prison. She's gonna get all mad when she sees this one. No, she just works a lot. She works a lot, and she's just a hard worker. And she comes from a line of hardworking people. Her father's a hardworking man. Her whole family's hardworking. So, I'm not saying we weren't. But if you are following my channel, I was medically retired, so that's one of the reasons why I can't work, but I still got to live my life. So that's another reason why I started my YouTube journey. Is coconut wasn't doing so good, and a few years, probably 3-4 years ago, my cardiologist said, you're gonna want to see a counselor because you're gonna start developing mental issues. I was like, nah, I'm all right. I'll be all right. I'm a busy guy, so whatever, what have you. But no, my health condition knocked me down a little bit, but I still kept fighting. And sure enough, a few years later, I had to see a counselor, and I put a video on that, so you can see that. I won't go there, but it is what it is. That's why I started this YouTube journey, to help me out, with my coconut and with my thinking, and to get my mind off things. Just been retired too long now, and I'm too young to feel locked down. So here it is, my YouTube journey. Now my vlog, I believe this is number 2. my second vlog, and I like doing it like this actually, because when I'm in the house or in my room, I just feel like I'm stuck, you know. But I feel like I get creative in that room, but I don't take action in none of the creativity that I come up with. So I find doing these vlogs like this, just taking you out with me and just talking, it's kind of helping me out. It makes me feel a little bit better about talking in front of the camera or talking to the camera. I just got to figure out how I can take you guys inside the stores with me without looking like a creep and recording. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes I turn the camera away from me so you can see where I'm walking, but people probably look at me all weird, and then I know it's one of those things I got to get over. So it's gonna take practice. It's gonna take practice. I'll get it eventually. But I'm here at the store now, so I'll run in and get what I need. Make it quick. It should be real quick. I only need a few things, so there's one right there. Bingo bango. I like when I find a parking right away. It's very nice. Scoot over though. Scoot over. Alright, I'm good. Oh, that's pretty interesting to see how it's gonna look from right here, because I'm just parked by a tree and you can see a little bit of shadow or shade, whatever. So we'll see how it looks. And anyways, I'll be right back. Let me go run in here. Alright, I'm back. Got what I needed. Now it's time to head home. Let these car guys go by. This dude's struggling. He's struggling, boy. Let's see if you can see him. Anyhow, get home and make this dinner. But here's the funny thing is, my wife's not home, so if I make dinner, she's not home to eat it. But I still got to make it because she's got to eat when she gets home. But it's too late for me to eat dinner. So anyhow, I got stuff to make dinner, so I'll go home and make dinner. But I also picked me up some dinner because I'm kind of a light eater right now. So I just picked me up a little bit of sushi from Fry's Market. They have this little sushi spot inside, so I got me some sushi, and they had a little tub of ceviche, where yesterday I wanted to go get it and the guy ran out, so they had it here. I'm gonna give it a try, see how it goes. Oh, I did forget something. I forgot cilantro. Oh well. Put one back in there. The traffic's getting crazy. Anyhow, so yeah, while I make them dinner, well, I'm talking about my wife and my daughter, I make them dinner, I'll eat my dinner. It's simple. I like it. And my wife don't like sushi. She doesn't like sushi. She barely likes seafood, so that's why I eat it when I'm alone. When she's not with me, that way I don't feel so guilty eating it in front of her or anything like that, because I know she don't like it. And sometimes she don't even like the smell of the ceviche. Sometimes. What I meant to say was, I'm curious to see how it looks with the shadows and the shade from the tree, how the transition looks. I never did it with these settings. And then also, like I mentioned in my other vlog, is when I go to do the editing on my phone, everything looks fine and like it fits in the screen, and the color's fine. And to me anyways, I'm not a professional, so and I am doing everything I thought in auto, but I don't know. I don't know the settings. I don't pay attention. I just kind of hit record and go. So anyhow, everything looked decent on my phone, and then I upload the video. Then I go back and look, and it's kind of weird on the screen, or the volume's all off, the voice is all off. So I'm still learning. And I still, like I said, I don't want to invest a whole lot of money, so I'm not going to invest in a new computer to do video editing. And when it's just, I still got my mindset on keeping it simple. Just keep it simple. You know, I might pick up a few accessories for this GoPro if I don't take the leap and just buying a new camera, an action camera, or the DJI Pocket, whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called. Because I haven't done my research on all the cameras. I hear you guys talking about them, you know, Luis and Chris, and I hear you guys talking about them. They sound cool, and all the settings, you know, everything's going good. And I started to get into it because my daughter does photography work, and she has the camera that's all set up, and she'll tell me, I have the Sony, she pops off, and I'm like, yeah, at that point you're speaking a different language. Now I have no clue what you're saying. But she started to tell me just recently, you know, hey Dad, my camera just, if you want to try to use it and see if you want one. I was like, nope, I want to keep it simple. And that's when I was just using my phone. I was like, I'm just going to continue using my phone and keep it simple. That way I can record from my phone, edit from my phone, upload from my phone, and call it done. You know what I mean? Like they say, send it. Just send it. But when Luis told me, what if you break your phone? You know, you're out there trying to vlog, or you're out there trying to record, and you break your phone, then what? You know, yeah, he's right. He's right. Especially because I started using my phone when I was taking my dog out for a ride. I'd use my phone, and yeah, he's right. What if I crashed and dropped it or whatever, and I broke it, then what? So that's why I'm trying to get this GoPro going and see how I like it. It's real iffy, because how yesterday I tried to record, I thought I was recording a lot of footage. I actually went inside the jewelry store and recorded that whole session, but I don't know what happened. I must have hit the settings when I was putting the camera in my pocket. I don't know what I hit. I don't know what I hit, but when I went to review the footage, it was just a burst of photos. So it said like 219 photos was one burst. Another burst was 600 and something photos. So I don't even know what I did. You know, if I accidentally touched the screen and set it to that when I put it in my pocket, or when I took it off the mount. So all that, what I thought was I was getting footage, it was just burst of photos. So I don't know if that's like a time-lapse thing, or I must have been a time-lapse, because on my GoPro, the only 3 settings on the screen for the most part is photo, video, or time-lapse. So I must have hit time-lapse. Anyhow, I don't know if that's why the video while I was driving kept cutting in and out. You know, just because I lost a lot of footage while I was driving. I noticed when I stopped, it stopped recording. I gotta patch this clip in, because after I was editing, I came in the room to edit, and after reviewing it, apparently when I said stop recording, the GoPro did stop. Okay, I had to make sure this didn't, but yeah, so I didn't know that either, so that's something you learn. So anyways, on with the show. Wait, you guys, I felt bad, so I had to show you what it was that I got to eat, because I don't want to leave you wondering if you don't know what it is. If you don't know what ceviche is, it's seafood mix. I don't know if you can get it, if you can see it on the camera. It's kind of juicy, so it's got a lot of lime juice in here, so I don't want, or lemon juice, whatever they put in there. It could be water as well, but it's just juicy. It's got the vegetables. It's got onions, tomatoes, cilantro. It's supposed to have jalapenos. Yeah, it looks like it has some shrimp. That's it right there. They usually give, you can eat this with corn chips, tortilla chips, either tortilla chips or whatever, or tostada shells, whatever you want to eat it with, or just by itself. I prefer it with these saltine crackers, just the regular old saltine crackers. Just this, that's how I prefer it. So, and I really don't want to eat like this on camera, but just to show you guys how I eat it. Let you know how it tastes. It's all right. Needs hot sauce. All right. And for this, ceviche, I suggest this, the salsa huichol. Whatever you guys prefer, but this actually tastes better in this kind of seafood, so I like it like that. So now that you've seen that, let me move this to the side and I'll show you the sushi. All right. There it is. Now, I get an extra soy sauce packet because when they do it here, they separate the ginger and the wasabi with the soy sauce packet. So I leave it there because I don't like none of that stuff. I made a damn mess. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. All right. Just making a mess. I'm trying to shoot everything on this GoPro so you can hurry up. And the camera died. I wasn't paying attention to the LED. Well, I was, and apparently it was blinking because it was dying. Wasn't blinking because it was recording. Anyhow, I'm living and I'm learning. You know, as long as I improve each day, because I will say today's vlog felt a little better, and after doing some of these edits, looked a little better than yesterday's vlog. So as long as I improve a little every day, I should be okay. So anyways, my girls will be home probably in about an hour. It's already after 8 o'clock at night, and they'll be home soon. So I better get the dinner done and get them girls fed before we hit another day. All right, well, till the next one, guys. See you guys.